What is up? It is, or what's up, nerds, I should say. Yeah, sorry. I just had a brain fart. I was just like, it's been a while. Hi, nice to see you. Anyways, hi, how you? Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm on. My record is skipping in my brain. The hamster is choking. Yeah, so thanks for joining us tonight. We are talking trailers, movie trailers. Today was a Trailer-paloosa.
Trailer-paloosa.
We had so many trailers dropped today, and just this week, lots. So we've got 4 that we're gonna hit. We're gonna talk about. We're gonna watch and react and chat about with you. Stick around and don't miss out. This is the FOMO show. Hold on. All right, what's up, guys? I am Dylan.
Hi, I'm Quinn.
Yes, that was, man. That was a rough intro. So anyway, whether you're joining us Facebook, YouTube, wherever, Twitch, please like, subscribe, hit that little bell icon so you know when we drop new videos, when we go live, just like this, because it has been a few weeks for the FOMO show. We recently ended our Broken Dead show. Ish. Well, I mean, it's in limbo. I mean, it's in limbo, we should say, because we're waiting to see the verdict on these new spin-off shows and what they're going to do and if they're worth talking about, to be honest. So, yeah. But tonight, the FOMO show is still ongoing. It's just, we're 2 dads with jobs and kids and family and all that fun stuff. So. Sometimes it just can't happen, and but you do have the opportunity if you want to drop us some cold hard cash. I keep freezing our account. If you want to drop us a tip or something, there's a link in the description below. But anyways, yeah, thanks for your support. Whether you're liking and sharing, that is a huge deal for the channel. Really appreciate that, and don't forget to check out the website at www.broken.pictures.com. So, yeah. All right, so we got 4 that we want to hit. We're going to talk about, first, I think we're going to hit Mario. Because that one hit first. That one hit first. Yeah. And then we're going to go into, let me see what I've got. I've got them. We're going to do Transformers, Rise of the Beasts.
Yeah.
And then Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. And an Indy 5. And then we're going to hit Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yay.
So, yeah, stick around for those. We're going to talk a little bit about each one as we go through. But, yeah.
All right.
So, I'll let you do your thing there, Quinn.
It's been a while.
Dust it off.
In truth, I've probably been doing this for like the past hour, so if I end up like this, it sounds like nothing's coming out of my mouth because my voice just went away. Wait, hold on. I have to find it. Bumblebee. There it is. Listen closely, humans. This is your spoiler alert. There's the sound. If you don't want to be spoiled by these trailers because you want to just not watch the trailers, that's fine. But we're going to be talking about and watching Mario, Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Yeah, that's the name of it. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and Indiana Jones, Indy 5. So, if you haven't seen those, stay tuned. Or pause this, go watch all those, and then come back, watch them again, and watch us talk about them. You have been warned. No!
Yeah, so we are, especially when we get into Guardians, we do a lot of Marvel coverage if you're new to the show. And there's a lot to unpack in Guardians 3. So there will, especially since the Christmas special passed. Have you seen it yet? Okay, good. So, like I said, we've got lives. So there's a lot to unpack that leads into that. So yeah, there definitely be some spoilers there.
Yes.
And some theories and all that fun stuff. So yeah, here we go.
Let
I
us
should
know.
say, here we go.
Let's go.
Or I should say, here we go. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I just did that one for good measure. That one's in universe.
Yeah,
for
that
real.
one is.
It's in universe. It's can't. Well, nah, not just yet.
Not yet.
But
It's-
also, I just want to throw out there, I'm wearing my NASA shirt because I usually wear a shirt that is consistent with what we're talking about. There is a space reference in every single one of these trailers. Some are obvious and some are not.
Huh. Okay.
Obviously,
Well, yeah.
Mario Galaxy, right?
Yeah, Mario Galaxy.
It's Transformers.
Transformers are from space.
Cybertron.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones 5.
Okay.
Nazis and NASA.
Oh, that whole thing.
Nazis and NASA.
Okay.
And of course,
Yes, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Galaxy. All right, so I just want to throw that out there because it's fun. It gives me an excuse to buy more T-shirts. And maybe if I mention them, aren't I supposed to be able to like write those off on my taxes for the
mean,
shoes or something? I don't know.
yes.
Anyways, talk to my tax person. Anywho, all right. So, are you guys ready? We're gonna jump into, and we're gonna talk over it too because YouTube is mean, and
YouTube is mean.
so is Facebook and everything else. You know, it's like, oh, not like we're at the point where we could monetize videos anyway. That's,
Yeah.
I mean, if y'all like and share enough, maybe we'll get there and all the watch hours and subscribers and all that fun stuff. But
YouTube is mean.
I'm not wrong. So they will demonetize us or whatever, or cut some of this out if we just play it straight through. But to be legal for fair use, we have to talk about it, and that's what we're showing. So we're going to talk over it. So if you want to just watch it uninterrupted, do like Quinn said, go watch it and then come back.
Yeah.
Anywho, here we go.
There we go.
And
There's
Quinn, this is your
sound.
baby.
This is
This is all about you.
This is it. There he is. He's going in. We got a stadium. Real talk. Real deal.
Full of Kongs, man.
Yeah. This is. There he is. The king himself.
Let's
DK.
go.
Like up here.
And you
it's
see that reference at Donkey Kong with the raft or not
God.
rafters, the crane things.
Yep.
What? Wow.
And
I'm
that-
gonna be good at this.
It's okay.
All right.
And
So-
then yeah, there's so much
So
happening.
see that in the back? That looks like a stage. There are rumors Jack Black, who plays Bowser, has a musical number in this. That hurts me to watch. That single hair.
'Cause it hurts
Mario
so
being
much.
a plumber is also amazing.
Yep. Luigi. Who is the voice of Luigi?
That's a good question.
I know the face. Like if I saw him, like I know the voice. I've heard it.
Okay, I was
just
about to say
cannot
you know
think.
Luigi's face.
But
That was badass, by the way.
yep, Princess.
Princess
Peaches.
Yeah, she's not doing her
Damsel in distressness.
yeah.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is super dope. Like all the video game references, he's dead.
Yeah, so the obstacle course looks like they're like he's a real life plumber and has been like brought into Super Mario Peach's Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah.
To,
Dope.
I mean, just like the
Yeah.
original thing, like the Super Mario show, right?
Yep.
Which is
There's-
a great show.
There's
Yeah,
so many like references to all the games and everything. Like this is gonna be one of those movies where it's very aware of itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like you had Donkey Kong slapping the mess out of Mario, doing his goddamn his hold B for Smash Bros, and then of course
Mario Kart. Yeah,
on
and
the frickin' Rainbow.
The
Bridge.
Rainbow Road. Oh, so my kids found, of course, somebody on Twitter was like, "Can't believe that they brought the rainbow and gay people into Mario Brothers." Like, have you never
Like,
never
calm
played
down, right?
Mario Kart?
Seriously,
It's like,
yeah.
why you got to make it
It's like
that?
the first stage.
Like, why
it's
you-
the easy stage.
Why you just ruin it for everybody like that?
Cause they
All right. So, anywho,
that clout. Right, God goodness, right there.
All right, that's a good frame to stop at.
Yep.
So yeah, all this stuff, like if you look at like this little deal, like it's not actual fireballs. Like this is all set up just for him to like kind of practice.
yeah.
So he can go up against Bowser. And so there are a lot of references for the entire Mario, I guess, galaxy and connected universe.
I didn't mean to do that. That happened by accident. But yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of theories about what's happening here with Bowser trying to collect like all the stars, and so it's pretty cool. I've played almost every freaking Mario property all the way to completion because that's how I have to play video games. Because I guess I'm a compulsive person, but don't tell nobody. Yeah. So there's a scene where Luigi is also like there. Okay, so see if I can find it. I know there's a lot going on here, but yeah, so many. You can go through here and pick out all the Koopas, and all.
Oh my goodness! Terrified of all.
Shoot.
Terrified of all of this. Terrified of that.
Crap. There's a scene where the Toads are all sitting around a map, like Star Wars style or Game of Thrones style, and it shows like I think there's like 6 worlds. And it looks just like Mario. It's amazing. You've got the Ice Kingdom. You've got the Mushroom Kingdom, of course. Then you've got Yoshi's Island there. So we're going to see Yoshi. And then there's a scary one with all the boos. And you've got Luigi's Mansion and all that kind of stuff. So, man, this is just epic. I'm really excited. Yeah. And I want to know, like, who does all the other voices?
Yeah.
To be honest with you. Like...
I'm pretty sure there are also folks of note because you get. I feel like no one would pass on this.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there was some hate there for a little while when Chris Pratt was cast as Mario, but I mean, what's your take on it now, having heard his Mario voice?
So, have you seen any of the other Mario trailers in like the other languages? So.
Is it actually the dude?
Well, it's not actually the dude. Of course, the Italian Mario sounds like Mario, but
that's fair.
But all of them kind of like have their own take to it. They what
is going on?
And no one's cadence is like the same. But I am fine with this.
He sounds enough like him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the little woohoo at the end, all that. It's like he nailed it where it means
where it needs to be nailed.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you don't often hear Mario, like, talk in the games. He has his phrases that he says.
Right,
but,
yeah.
like, full-on dialogue.
And who were we to know if Chris Pratt could even, like, maybe he's just really good at voices, and we just never knew that.
Yeah.
I mean, just because, this is the guy from Parks and Rec. And the
Lego movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Moneyball.
And
I always forget he was in Moneyball. But... yeah, I mean, of course we know about Jack Black and Chris Pratt. And this right here, Peach says something about other galaxies, of course, reference to galaxies. But we've got Donkey Kong and possibly Diddy Kong and maybe some others in there.
Or maybe them. If you got Donkey, Diddy's going to be not too far behind.
And all the little spin-off characters. But this is potentially like the world between worlds, but the world between pipes, I guess. I don't know, but we could very seriously get some like expanded universe crossovers going on here.
I mean, it's knocking on the door of being a full-on Smash Brothers movie, and I feel like that would be amazing to have because the way that they've been telling like the video, like the most recent Zelda games, the way they've been telling the story in Zelda, it goes very well. It can mesh very well with this.
Really?
Yeah. I'm excited. It would be interesting to like see these folks voice these characters while like actually being like Mario meets up with Samus and he's in her world having to deal with that. Then they end up getting shot out of Samus's world and they end up in Link's world and having to fight Ganon a couple times.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. And then also this is just great.
I keep like getting on the worst frames where it's like weird faces. But yeah, I mean the ending with Mario Kart and Rainbow Road is amazing. There's one game where they actually take the Rainbow Road that looks like this because in Mario Kart the Rainbow Road is actually going this way, not this way.
Yeah.
The colors actually. So, but there is a game where they have to take a Rainbow Road that looks like this to get to Bowser's Castle. And in this scene, it doesn't really look like they're like competing with each other. They're just kind of like going all together. So maybe they go on to challenge Bowser and all the Koopas and Goombas and all them peoples.
Yep. But super dope. I'm looking forward to whatever. And Donkey Kong's there, so he's like, okay, cool, I'll be your friend now. I had to beat up on you a little bit, but you know. So yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, that was Mario's first appearance.
Yep.
Donkey Kong. So, yep.
The rivalry continues.
Super excited for this one, Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah. Super excited for the Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah. I say I've played almost every Mario property, but I mean like the actual Mario games.
the Mario games before.
I haven't played like Mario Party, Paper Mario, Smash Brothers, the kind of like the spin-off ones.
I gotcha.
But I mean, I think Mario Galaxy 2 is like the last one that I played. So sorry.
Good. But touching on this, like here of recent years, and you can probably you definitely remember this as well. Like back in like the late 90s, 2000s, 2010s, video game movies were a crapshoot.
Oh yeah.
Most of the time they were not good. But now, like this Detective Pikachu,
I love that movie, and I didn't get into Pokemon because I was really religious when I was a kid, and the church I went to was not like, there were people that said there were demons and all that stuff. Believe what you want. I mean, there is, you know, Japanese lore or whatever. Yeah, okay, we're not going to get into that, but I wasn't. It was not encouraged that I be into Pokemon or Harry Potter or stuff like that. Yeah. But anywho, yeah.
Yes.
But Detective Pikachu, Detective Pikachu was hilarious. Of course, Ryan Reynolds makes everything better. Just sprinkle some him on everything.
It was surprisingly, and then they had Bill Nye as Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, like, I would not expect Bill Nye to be in something like that. But then again, he was Davy Jones, too.
Yeah.
So.
Someone just said Pokemon. He just raised his hand. I'll join you.
That man's mannerisms are, like, legendary.
Yes.
And if you want... the best Bill Nye impression I've ever seen is David Tennant on Good Omens. he's more Bill Nye than Bill Nye. His character.
Well, Good Omens is good.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, video game movies are coming up. Like they've found a formula, and it's basically put the game into a movie.
The thing that people have wanted originally forever, but with the, people thought they knew better than the fans, which is dumb. But anywho, this I can't not mention the other Super Mario Brothers movie.
Let's not. I know exactly the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Man. Let's
and
not.
How upset John Leguizamo is that Luigi is not Hispanic because it's taking that away from Hispanic people.
I thought they were. Okay, that's fine.
They're Italian.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All
Sorry,
right.
John. You're wrong on this one. Sorry, buddy.
Okay.
I love you. I love your movies. You're great. But I mean, you've seen everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to give everything to Tom Holland too. Speaking of Link, have you seen like them casting Tom
yes,
Holland as
I
like
have.
every character
I was
in
like,
Link?
I did.
And
And I was
Zelda?
like,
yeah. But
I'll watch it.
yeah.
I mean,
And now Antonio Banderas is trying to say that he could be the next Zorro. I was like, don't do that.
no.
That I think that would be taking
Yeah.
away. But anywho, yeah. Oh, shoot, I was going somewhere with that. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've been live on the internet, folks. So
Hi.
excuse me. Shoot. Anyway, we'll come back to that maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. That's another discussion.
Yeah. Whole different discussion. Let's
right.
stay with the fun stuff. All right.
Trailer
so-
number 2. Oh.
Yeah, let's move on into. So this one is another nostalgia piece.
It is.
I think all of these. I mean, technically, Guardians is like reaching back into like space.
10 years ago.
Yes. Whoa.
Wow.
It's been about that long. I mean, it's nostalgia on itself now, but
Interesting.
nostalgic music.
Yeah, nostalgic music for sure.
Yeah. Definitely pulling from that.
Yeah.
This one, like I said, I used to be extremely religious, and I did go to Bible school. And we used to sneak out of our responsibilities to go watch Beast Wars together, and so this one is like pretty. That we used to sneak out and go watch Beast Wars and Highlander, the TV
Highlander.
show. Yeah.
Can only be one.
Where he would get out of his little what was it, like a Porsche 911 or something,
Yes.
and then pull a sword out from behind himself, and it was like, where was that? But anyways, here we go. Now I'm not sure where this fits in the.
This is not Transformers 7, is it? Is this 6 or 7?
You just blew my mind. I don't know. They lost me somewhere
Okay.
along the way when they.
Revenge, Dark, Extinction.
Does Bumblebee count? I think when
I think they are counting Bumblebee.
Hmm.
So this would be 7. 7th movie. If Bumblebee's in a side
who
universe.
is in this?
Okay, well,
Oh, the same Bumblebee. I think
Yeah.
it is. I think it is. It's the same Transformers. I would gather that it's the same chronology or the same world, same characters.
then this is 7.
Yeah.
Wow.
It started out great with Michael Bay, but then
Michael Bay got tired.
Michael Bay got lazy,
Yes.
or he got too Michael Bay. It's like visionary directors. If they don't have, like, if you don't put a governor on them, they go too much of themselves.
Yeah.
Like Thor,
Like
Love and Thor.
Thor.
It's too much Taika.
Too much Taika.
Transformers got way too Bay.
Ooh, boy, howdy. It was just.
It's like how many cuts can we do? All right, we got to keep the action movie. Okay, we get 2 seconds each cut. It was just.
I want half of explosion, one ending, one starting, and the middle of the 2 seconds.
It's like poetry. It's like bookends. But anyway, so yeah,
Wahlberg, bust that beer on that car door. Perfect. Oh.
does Shia LaBeouf even exist in this one anymore?
No. I mean, I haven't got any references of it.
I wouldn't mind seeing him come back.
Yeah. What they did in the Mark Wahlberg ones is he's like mentioned, like Bumblebee mentions him, Optimus mentions him, and then when they go to Anthony Hopkins' house and they have like the wall of the knights, his photo is there because he was also a knight. So.
What about John Turturro? I think he's like the consistent piece in all these.
I think so.
I don't know if he's in Bumblebee though. I don't remember that. But anyways,
Yeah.
when they lost Michael Bay, it got better. Like Bumblebee was a good movie.
Bumblebee was really good.
Yeah.
Bumblebee made me happy.
It was really good.
And then that scene on Cybertron, I was like, just give me this.
Yes.
Do that.
Yeah. So
All right.
I remember. Okay, so it's been a while since I've
Okay.
seen Beast Wars. I know Optimus Primal, and I don't remember their names exactly. The other one's the Cheetah one, and I want to say Chitara, but that's
Thundercats.
Thundercats. Another one we snuck out to watch.
Yeah.
But the shoot, I know there's people watching there. It's like, just play the damn trailer.
Just play.
But if I remember correctly, at the point where the beasts showed up, they were like human sized. They're way smaller. They were not like Optimus Primal's not the same size as Optimus Prime.
No.
And all the Transformers had gone, and they were like legendary status. They
Yeah.
weren't around. And then at some point they discovered them and found them, and they were trying to revive them, or they were dead. I don't remember the details exactly. If you remember that, hit us up in the comments and let me know, because I really enjoy the universe. Especially would like to get caught up on it before the movie, if the movie is even like
Semi in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're just like doing the whole Michael Bay thing. It's like, you know what? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they're aliens. He tried to do that, and fan backlash made him course correct.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Anywho, they're just gonna throw them all together.
Primal's evil counterpart was also Megatron, because he admired the original Megatron. So there's that. We'll see. I think we see
That was like
Megatron.
peak computer generated
Yeah.
cartoon.
So-
Like back when it's just starting to get real.
I believe, if I remember right, and this could be from me watching the new Netflix show, they are on a apocalyptic Earth. Well, an Earth where life had, like, war happened, everything fell,
Right.
and they are like.
I remember
in the-
there's like still some humans
there's
around.
still humans around, but it's post-apocalyptic, real hard.
So they could be alluding to this because, okay, I'm just going to play the trailer.
We're in a jungle. I see trees.
You want to narrate?
Now there's a city. We're back in the jungle. What is going on? But
Something
there's
else.
has awakened. King
Yes.
Kong, this isn't your universe.
Donkey Kong.
Get down, monkey. And he's up here. Yeah, so I do like Optimus's new look a little bit. It's
Yeah.
a bit more simplistic.
As soon as he said, I'm not the one to fear Prime, he's like, you Prime?
Really?
Prime is me. I'm Prime.
What do you mean, dog?
Yeah.
Bumblebee up there looking like I'm still cool.
Jazz.
Is this
Jazz-
Jazz?
That's the Porsche, man. That's Jazz.
All right.
I'm 99% sure that's Jazz.
All right.
But Jazz seems to be featuring a lot in this trailer, so
Yeah.
we might be getting a lot more Jazz.
Which is fine. Then we got, what is his name? His last name Ramos? Is his name Anthony Ramos?
Oh, Anthony Ramos. I think.
Ramos,
Yeah,
yep.
there you go. I forgot he was in this.
I'm super. Look
That's
at that
the
giant ass cheetah. Sorry. They up there. There's RC.
Whoa.
There's not RC. I forgot her name.
Oh shoot! Yeah.
Yep. They got like I love how they got their original designs. Like everybody, like everything is looking good. Oh my goodness! Look at that.
Man.
There's so much moving. Everything's moving.
You've never faced anything like this.
Battle mode.
Let's go! Get some! Get some!
See, this is amazing. So are they gonna shrink? Like what? Oh, I don't know.
They're whoa!
See,
He turned into a full knight.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
fact that he looks like Prime.
Yeah.
And like, mwah, chef kiss.
Yep. It's super real, fam. Fam, you know she waved. It's real. Yep. So see, look how dope all this is. That was so cool.
So, Liza Koshy and let me find her. Liza Koshy.
For years. Now, the great thing
What the heck?
Commercial?
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyways, Peter Dinklage, Liza Koshy, and somebody else was announced for the cast today. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be Transformer voices, especially if they're just announced because,
Yeah.
post-production and all that jazz. But man, this is really exciting, really nostalgic for me. I'm just pumped. I don't even know what to say. I'm just like, yeah, it's a nerdgasm.
Yeah, I'm very excited. So, if you remember the last night, which was a Transformer.
Yeah.
Okay. So at the end of that, Quintessa was still alive, and she went down.
Quintessa.
She was like the little one that was like flying around, had like a metal dress, turned Prime into Nemesis Prime.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And Bumblebee had to, get the sword, which missed opportunities, whole lot of missed opportunities. That could have been like the goddamn Star Saber, but it wasn't. It was just a sword he grabbed and started whacking up on Optimus. Then snapped him out of it because the Unicron horns were coming up out of the ground. But then the movie ended with her like at a beach and goes touching him, and then like it shook, and that's where the movie ended.
And then they didn't finish that. Oh, so this could be picking up from there. Wow. When was that?
2016? No, 2018.
Holy crap. Okay, so I think we're at the point where movies that were slated or were about to come out or something like that, or not about to come out, but were
maybe in production or pre-production.
Yeah. Before COVID, now we're finally getting them.
Yeah.
Because we're about a year or so past like COVID.
Yeah.
Past COVID. I had COVID about a month ago. Again.
I would say we're past where it's like highly contagious, but you run across somebody with COVID, you still go get COVID. So, but we're
went to St. Louis for one weekend. Somebody got in the elevator and coughed, and in the back of my head, I was like, "Oh shit!" Sure enough. That's when it happened. I'm convinced.
Oh man, but yeah, I'm excited for this one as well. Like I've enjoyed all the Transformers movies. I watched them all.
I did too.
Yeah.
I mean, if only once for some, because I take that back. Some of them I watched more than once, just because they were happening so damn fast. You almost had to like put them in slow mo. Yeah, just to figure out what the hell was happening, because it was like, okay, that's Tyrese. Like, ooh. Tyrese was in it at one point, right? I was like, okay, is this Fast and the Furious? Like, where's the... Oh, shit. That's the next crossover.
Get out of here, Dylan. So...
Please, I kind of want to see that. I kind of want to see that.
That's a huge possibility.
They did say Fast 10 was, like, way over budget, and it's supposed to be, like, the last one. So,
oh, man.
Dom Prime family.
Okay.
I kind of want to see that now.
Did you ever see the read the
John Cena-tron.
Dang. You can't see me. Shoots a smoke screen every time. That's all you hear through it.
That's the best.
You ever read the G.I. Joe versus Transformers?
No.
Okay. If
That's back when I didn't really have access to comics, and
I gotcha.
There's so many other things to read.
If the G.I. Joe series
the
still
Hasbro universe,
basically, if the G.I. Joe series still lived today and they didn't butcher it as they did, it would have. I think we probably would have got to that point, in real deal. Honesty.
Dude. Okay, let's pull this thread for a moment. Okay, let's pull this thread for a moment. Okay, Hasbro, right?
Oh God,
bro, right? Okay.
Oh no.
We got Transformers. We got G.I. Joe. What else did we say? No, they own
the toys.
They own the toys. Okay.
And that's how these movies are coming about.
You know what else they bought in the past few years?
What?
Death Row Records. So,
Have a good night.
to Pocketron.
I can't, Dylan. I can't. I can't.
I'm wheezing. I'm sorry. Oh my god.
I can't. Pocketron. Why do they buy Death Row Records?
I don't know.
They were just
I don't know.
3 a.m. The CEO of Hasbro's just like scrolling through. Oh, Death Row's for sale.
I don't know. It's just like, put that in the cart. Oh boy. Is there just like a eBay for rich folks where they're just like,
has
oh
to
look,
be.
British Knights. Remember those? Cool, let's put those in the
Mine.
cart. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Ruse? I don't know why I'm on shoes, but you remember Ruse?
Ruse?
Kangaroos, the shoes?
Yeah.
With the pocket in the top?
Yeah.
Anyways. I'm thinking like everything that was popular during that time. And if you watch the Guardians trailer, I mean, GoBots.
Yeah, GoBots are there.
I am one of probably the only 10 people on the planet that have nostalgia for GoBots.
I'm like,
Because I grew up a poor child. I feel like Steve Martin. I grew up a poor black child. Have you ever seen The Jerk?
yes.
Okay. So yeah, man, they were a whole hell of a lot cheaper than a Transformer.
Yeah.
I think I had maybe 2 Transformers, and I had Optimus Prime, and somebody stole it.
Oh.
The first day I took it to school in kindergarten, and
That sounds about right.
yeah, and I had many toys stolen from me when I was a kid, just because I was ADHD kid, just careless. So yeah, GoBots were cheaper.
Yes.
If I lost them, they're easily replaced.
They were
And
replaced.
GoBots was fun. Like, remember Mask and all those?
Yeah.
I think that's another one. That's like, oh shoot, there's another one. It's the same universe as Mask, but it's also the comics come from Marvel, but it's owned by the company that owns Mask, and those like GoBots and those type of things.
I'm trying to think.
It's like a big triangular Tron type silver robot that also has
Ultraman? No.
no, that's Japanese. I see the image of it. Like the face is like this, and it's silver. But it's in Marvel lore, when they were doing the comics, it has a lot to do with like the origins of like several characters, but they can't use it anymore because the rights expired or it's owned by another company. Yeah, but yeah, interesting cross paths back in the day.
Because everything was just because it was like 7 guys who were doing it.
Ditko and
Yeah,
Stanley
Jack
were
every
just,
second.
yeah, they're just jumping back and forth all willy nilly. Yeah,
I'll be there next week to finish a thing for Superman.
basically just
Yeah.
doing what James Gunn is doing. It's like, I'm gonna make some Marvel stuff. I'm gonna make some DC stuff. Now I'm gonna go run DC. We'll see how it works.
We'll see how it works.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun.
I think I'll buy a second house this year.
Right? Like, I thought James Gunn was like my age, maybe 40-ish, and then one day he showed up with white hair, and I was like,
Sir,
I
what are you
started seeing
doing?
him online with white hair, and it's like he's from St. Louis like me, so I follow him, and I'm he answered one of my tweets one time. You remember that?
I remember
that was a
this.
proud day.
Yes.
And Emo's Pizza. Woo. So Yeah, he just showed up one day. But the dude is, I don't know, I think he's like in his late 50s, almost 60 now.
Oh, dang.
I did not realize that. He was straight up dyeing his hair because it is white. It was like Steve Martin white.
He said, woke up one day, was like, what if you don't dye your hair? He's like, what? Think I can pull that off?
I mean, he got engaged, and I think his fiance was like, you don't have to do this anymore. I don't know. I'm just shooting, spitballing here. Anyways, yeah, what was our next...
Next trailer.
Indiana Jones.
Let's go.
And the Dial of Destiny. Okay. I have a lot... I watched a couple little background things on this one. Not background things, little breakdowns. These came out today, so there's not a whole lot of breakdowns, but I've got some theories of my own. I love Indiana Jones. You've watched all of them?
Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
I've only seen... I'm kidding. I've watched all of them.
Okay. I was about to say... man. Different generation,
I was about to say I've only seen the Crystal Skull.
Oh, shit.
I was like, I don't want to give Dylan a heart attack.
I mean, that's another space reference in India. So, yeah. I mean, but not in this movie specifically. But unless, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I mean...
So, here we go. They got Harrison Ford to do this again. I'm curious how.
And I'm going to ask it again. Is Shia LaBeouf still in this one?
Like, canonically, that is his child.
Right. So it's like, they're just going to pretend he don't exist anymore?
Yeah,
or is he just going to say, like, oh, he went off to college? And he's teaching at a different college.
Doesn't this happen after World War II?
He got eaten by ants? I don't know.
This is far after World War II, because it's like the 60s.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Okay.
I just want to slow blink at him. I love you.
This is...
I miss the sea.
Fantastic.
And I miss waking up every morning.
The budget must be redonkulous.
There's a lot of past scenes that they're using the de-aging, and they look freaking amazing. Salah, they brought him back. Who's also
snap! Yeah.
I don't believe in magic.
Yeah, right. All the crap he's saying, if he's saying that, there's something wrong. See, look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Right?
Bros,
but they've also got so many movies with Harrison Ford's face to use.
Yeah. That it's really easy to reconstruct.
So his face in the CGI was looking awesome, except for that one scene where he's on the horse.
Yeah.
But see that right there?
Yep.
There's a couple scenes that... So supposedly that might even be space and not underwater, even though it looked like it.
Yeah.
Because the whole recruiting Nazis for NASA thing is supposed to be a thing in this.
Because that was real. Like, real talk, that was super real.
Yeah. So the dial...
I'm her godfather.
What? Godfather? Whose kid? I think that's how they're... Oh, damn, bro.
He's got his own trick pulled on him.
They all heard the story as children of the... This man killed our uncle in the street 27 years ago.
From what I understand, that scene was completely unplanned. He was just hungry, and he was just like hangry. And so he was just like, you know what? This is what Indy would do. Like that whole scene was supposedly choreographed. And he was just like, nah. And they were like, yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's a wrap, folks.
Yeah, I mean, it's iconic.
Yes.
And that's what Harrison Ford is like. That's what he's known for. It's like he brings that in everything he does. I mean, they're getting some fugitive vibes, running through the crowds and everything, and even like one of the scenes right there look like space, a Millennium Falcon like type thing.
Yeah.
The Dial of Destiny. There's always a MacGuffin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Crystal Skulls. We'll just forget that one existed. Just forget about that one. But canonically, aliens helped build the Mayan pyramids and everything. And yeah. And canonically, the Old Testament God is real. And canonically,
The Ark.
The Ark of the Covenant is
the Holy Grail
somewhere.
is-
The Holy Grail is for real. And
King
dude,
Arthur was
yeah.
not dumb.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Crusade knight, the Templar knight, was living forever, sitting in a cave, waiting on somebody to come get the Grail.
Yep.
So,
Bruh.
but I don't believe in magic.
I don't believe. Thanks for the fancy cup.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Like, sure. All the things this dude has seen, and he's like, "Ugh." Like, I understand keeping a skeptical mind, but like,
But did he though? He said, "Keep your eyes closed." And they kept them closed
Right.
the whole time.
yeah. I mean,
Woke up, everybody dead. It worked.
I would like to see more of that with Nazis, to be honest.
Yeah.
Eat it, Kanye. So I'm just curious. So there are several scenes in this that make me think the Dial of Destiny is actually something that they can turn back time with.
Huh. Oh, that makes sense.
Because there's a scene where he's with his goddaughter, and they are releasing the ball from that famous scene where he's running from the giant ball, right?
Yeah.
So it could be one of, like, have you seen Men in Black 3? You know how they went back and it's kind of like it folded in on itself and like kind of created the situation.
The events of Men in Black 3 happened, so Men in Black 1 could happen later. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Okay.
thinking is happening in this.
That would make
It's
sense.
like he's behind the scenes making.
Because they were at well, it wasn't called was it V-Day with the victory? Because that parade,
Oh, yeah.
Victory
Okay.
Day parade. So that
The
is
ticker tape and all that.
end of World War II.
Is it?
That is the only
I mean,
time.
yeah, it's got to be because if we're so NASA was created. It's got to be. I think it's the 1960s because that's when JFK started really pushing for America to get to the moon.
The space race.
Sputnik, all that.
But I mean, we would have to like look at it again because I couldn't tell like if everybody was wearing something that looked like they were coming out of the 40s going into the 50s, or if it was something that they would wear in the 60s.
Yeah, so I mean the 60s, so the counterculture revolution, the movement, somewhere in the 60s, it kind of like suddenly became like it is, like we think of the 60s. But in the first
67.
half, it was very still 50s-ish,
Okay.
right? Especially with the older generation. And then
When did we get to the moon?
You know,
was it 64?
after like the
63?
Korean War and stuff like that, I think that's
Yeah.
when the mindset of the younger generation started changing.
Taking over.
And then especially with Vietnam in the 70s, there was a huge change.
Yeah.
But I like if you look back or if you watch any really like old space movies, October Sky and all that type of stuff. I don't know why I mentioned October Sky. It's just a really good movie about space and rockets. But Sputnik and all that was during the 60s because we got to the moon in 1969, right? When did Sputnik launch?
Sputnik, I think it was 2 years before that. 3 years before that.
Okay.
When did Kennedy get assassinated?
It was before 1969, so
It
it
was
might, no, I think it was.
64.
Was it
Hold
when
on.
he got assassinated?
63.
Was when he got assassinated?
And we didn't get to the moon until 69.
Okay.
That's right, because Nixon was the one that said, "Good job, gentlemen, for doing it for America."
Yeah, and then Watchmen happened.
Yeah, then Watchmen happened. So, possibly, because, I mean, the Summer of Love was, what, 67?
So I mean, this could be like very early 60s, very early 60s.
Very
It's still
early
very
60s.
50s-esque,
Yeah.
and they're still finding themselves in that decade,
Or they travel back in time. And it's victory.
There are several scenes that are reminiscent of older scenes in the older movies that almost seem like he's kind of like revisiting things. And of course, we heard very early on that there was a lot of de-aging going on. So I mean, that would make a whole lot of sense if he's going back and seeing himself,
Yeah. Live through those adventures again. Trying to... Oh, dang, and he's going to die.
I don't want to see him die. I would like to, I'm going to steal this from new rock stars. I would like to see him ride off into the sunset, and then they pitched a really good. Eric Voss pitched a really good spin-off or continuance of the indie franchise, where Short Round is actually like taking all those things from the museum and bringing them back to the cultures. So that would be an interesting spin-off, or not spin-off.
Shenanigans along the way. That'd be cool.
But yeah, I mean, you've got. I don't think Shia LaBeouf's coming back for this either.
No.
I mean, it would be nice to see him briefly. I'm not sure. I'm missing the mark big time here, but I'm not sure if Margot. Yeah, his mom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she was also Lois Lane. Margot Kidder, is that right?
I think so.
Maybe. I'm not sure. She was in the last one, but
Whether she, I thought I saw her in this
Yeah.
one, but that could have been someone else.
anyways,
But
yeah, it's super fun, super fun. I'm really excited for it. A lot of nostalgia and tied into this one as well.
yeah. So,
Do you have a favorite indie movie
do I have a
or scene at least?
Oh man, Templeton is my favorite. Volleyball. Yeah.
Yeah,
Volleyball.
yeah, classic. I love them all equally. Except the fourth one. Forget that one.
I mean, it has the ideas were there. I feel like it would just, I don't know. It was also at a very weird time for like movies, because that came out in like 2008, 2009.
Something maybe.
Yeah.
Well, they were like, you know what? They don't have to end with a trilogy. We can still make money.
Yeah, or like they couldn't figure out how to like do the thing, but still.
It was before cinematic universes, I think.
Yeah.
And they were like, you know what? How do we still make money? Because we don't want to risk our jobs on original content. So let's just dig these tentpole pictures out of the garbage and or out of the
that works for me.
The vaults, you know.
Yep. And then they had to like, who had it? It was Lucasfilm at that time still, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is still Lucasfilm,
I mean,
which is owned by Disney.
before the merger. The last one was Lucasfilm by itself.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Lucasfilm isn't. Yeah, it is owned by Disney. Yeah,
Yeah.
because Kathleen Kennedy is over
Yeah.
Lucasfilm.
So I think that was a weird time for them. And then they had other things to compete with, like the first Transformers came out around that time. The first Iron Man.
The
came
first
out.
Transformers was solid, though.
First Transformers was good stuff.
Yeah, Linkin Park.
Yeah. That's how you know a movie's about to end right there. Linkin Park's about to come on. You hear, this message goes out to all those who wish to invade Earth. Don't come here.
We've got their back.
Yeah, it was good.
All right.
Okay.
This is how we end every show. But we're going to talk about one more thing. So let's go. Let's move on to the Guardians of the Galaxy.
The last one.
The last one, yeah.
There we go. Last trailer and last Guardians. Let's...
Tears. James Gunn's last Marvel picture for any decent amount of time.
He's going to make some
Twitter trolls.
Yeah.
They allowed the opportunity for him to go to DC.
And DC said, do you want to run it all?
You can have all of this.
The kingdom is yours. All you have to do is say yes.
What is that from?
I don't know.
That was pretty good. I don't know. For a second, I was like, is that Jonathan Majors from Loki? It's like, ish. Same vibe. Anyways, here we go. Don't cry.
Hey.
You seen it?
Yes.
Okay.
Been gone for quite a while.
Classic suits. Loving it.
What happens next?
That is their new ship, the Bowie,
Yep.
The galaxy still needs its guardians.
in the uniform,
In the
comic accurate. Rocket is not with them. Okay, so they're in like 1980s Earth,
Yeah.
but these are
animal people.
Seriously, dude?
the Animan.
Anim, hate them.
High evolutionary. That's a
Yep.
hilarious scene, by the way. I didn't even know
It
that.
is.
But high evolutionary space hog.
Yeah.
Thank you. My high school days. All right. Anyways,
Oh, it's fine. We're not gonna cry.
Rocket gonna die. I don't know. It's sus. Vicious.
There's a lot of sus things happening.
There's Among Us.
There's
reference.
so much.
Quill being carried.
Real talk, I feel like he just got knocked out, and it was probably very funny.
I hope so. So yeah, high evolutionary.
Evolutionary.
2001 reference right there.
Yep.
Drax shot but not down.
Yep.
Um,
Here we
there
go.
there was
Face,
like
the
hairs
music.
running by them. Looks
So-
like that might have been the person that was running on the thing
Yep.
there.
Oh my god. Here we go. Oh wait, is that old dude from Peacemaker?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Oh, did
fam.
you see that, Lila?
Yep. Oh, there he is.
Yes.
The man with no last name at this time. Let's
Yeah,
go!
yeah, that's
Let's
right.
go! Let's go!
We are Groot.
Last time he
Swole
said
Groot.
that,
Swole Groot.
Swole Groot. This is Groot, and he's 22 right now.
Yeah.
Kill one guy, one stupid.
One guy. That's just sad. Here we are, May 5th of next year.
All right. So,
So we got a lot of looks.
lot.
What'd you do?
What,
What
the
on
heck? Oh,
the
do
earth?
you really have to play an ad like at the end of the video? Like,
Like,
come on.
We're gonna get you somehow.
Yeah. YouTube is me.
YouTube is me.
Get a strong leg fast. What? Get a strong legs fast. Man, you know it's a quality video.
So
Anyways.
yeah. Thoughts? Hopes, wishes, dreams.
I don't want to see Drax or Rocket die,
One of them gotta go, Dylan,
or both of them.
or both. Of them.
He said this is going to be the most emotional, probably saddest MCU film ever. Dave Bautista said he's done playing Drax after this.
Okay.
And James Gunn also said that this is the end of the line for Rocket.
Okay.
This is, he's going to find out everything.
Yep.
This is definitely the last outing for this team.
Yeah.
We've got Cosmo added. We've got Mantis added. Of course,
Wonderful.
like we said, spoilers.
Yeah.
Mantis is his sister.
Mantis.
Canon. If in
Canon.
so in the comics, is she? I cannot remember if she was like technically his sister in the comics.
Technically, yes.
Okay.
In like the same way, basically. She's one of like the millions of ego children.
Gotcha.
So,
So there is a nice little theory. I mentioned New Rock Stars again. Nice little theory that they've got that the reason Groot is swole. Groot is swole is because of the DNA of the Celestials being active in Mantis and Quill, and him just being around it and kind of
and just
soaking it up.
soaking it up.
But you know,
That's
interesting.
yeah.
I mean, when Ego died, his celestial DNA he was only activated around his father. His father's dead, so
Yeah.
his celestial DNA is inactive.
So, okay. Let me run this by you. Just a thought. So, what if it's not necessarily because he's half? They are all of Ego's children are half.
But technically, he was the only one with the gene that was active. That's why he was doing all that to look for that one child, right?
Yes, one child that could actually like maintain his power, but he kept Mantis around for whatever reason. We don't know why.
Well, because she helped him sleep and all that kind of stuff,
She
right?
did, but yeah. So I mean, what if these two halves can figure out how to make themselves a whole by working together.
And Mantis has these empathetic powers.
Yeah.
She empathy. She can kind of like draw stuff out of people.
She can draw things out of people. She can invoke. She can hypnotize, put you in a trance. But she has to touch your skin to do it, though.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So, because we saw in the holiday special, the lady, she was up there like, I'm not about to give you this if you don't give me $40. Mantis just reached out. You're going to give it to us.
Give me all your money.
Yep. They were being actual menaces the entire time.
Mantis's face, her expressions and her mannerism, that entire thing was so good. Like very, very, very Mantis-like. Just like.
Does this look like a man? No, that's what I thought. Oh, thank you. I just wanted to...
So good. So good. So good. And Kevin Bacon.
And Kevin Bacon, who is canon in the universe as Kevin Bacon.
Also, I mean, if we've got that Professor X, he's also canon as...
That's what I was going to... Like, I was like, it would only be them to do this joke where... What's his face? I forgot who he played in Origins.
Sebastian Shaw.
He's played... Yeah, Sebastian Shaw shows up again, and then they, like... He runs for some reason.
Nothing like Sebastian Shaw.
He somehow runs into, like, Drax or Mantis, or just any of the other Guardians. They're like, Kevin Bacon? No, but I get that a lot.
I mean, in the multiverse, anything is possible.
Anything's possible. So, he's out there.
I mean, so if the rumors are true and we're getting every major player from every MCU property in Secret Wars and the crossovers, and like they're just smacking it all together, basically just like the comic.
Just like the comic.
So, I mean, why not? Why not have fun with that? Why not bring Chris Evans'
Human
Torch back?
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, he said he'd be willing to do it.
Yeah.
So
and you want to know how I know it works, Dylan? You want to know how I know it'll be fine? Because of Crisis on Infinite Earths. Brandon Roth was Superman and the Atom at the same time talking to himself.
How did he respond to himself?
He was like, "You're pretty good looking." I mean, I don't know what it is, but I just feel like, geez, wow, I can't keep looking at you. Like, he was just
very nice.
He was just hyping himself as Superman up. It was, yeah, their interactions were funny, but they were like two completely different personalities. Because him as Superman, he was Superman, and his Atom was like kooky. So
that's, I mean, yeah, just embrace it and run with it. I mean, just have fun with it. Because I think that's where, like, you know, like you said, video game and comic movies back in the day were hit or miss because they were afraid to really embrace
what it is,
the essence, the comic essence thing, and you know, and when Marvel started doing that, that's when people got really excited.
Yeah,
and that's when it kind of stuck. Especially now, I know Phase 4 has been kind of like hit and miss, but there has been more comic accurate outfits and stories than ever before, really, I think.
Yep.
So I'm excited where they're going with Phase 5.
Yeah.
With Guardians, we've got the High Evolutionary. We've got Adam, not Warlock yet.
Not
right?
Warlock yet.
Because who names him Warlock?
Quill.
Is it Quill that names him Warlock?
I believe it's
I thought it was somebody else.
Maybe.
I thought it was Thanos, maybe.
Thanos, he's dead.
Yeah, I mean, Infinity War was like him versus Thanos-ish.
Yeah, well, like the comic Infinity War.
Yeah,
it was him, Gamora, and it wasn't Pip the Troll. It may have been
Drax
Pip the Troll.
had one.
Convinced him to undo the snap on his garden planet. Like, he was smooth there in this purple toga farming. They showed up.
Oh, yeah.
They had a conversation with him, and he was like, I see your point. And undid it. After he mollywopped everybody. So, but Adam Warlock showing up alone.
Yeah.
Is,
If freaking Twitter trolls had not derailed, I mean, the whole James Gunn thing, we would have got Guardians technically before Thor, Love and Thunder.
oh, thank God.
And it would, it would have like kind of led into that, but I still wonder if that had been the case, would we have gotten, bless you, if we had gotten that, if we still had James Gunn consistently through in the Marvel Universe with no exits, if Adam Warlock had played a bigger role, I wonder if he would have.
In like
In the Infinity War.
Infinity War?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. Because
Really?
I think the Russo brothers... It's simply because I think the Russo brothers had that whole thing...
Knocked out.
Not just that, but they were like, we don't want to tell the same story twice. Like, we don't want to... We want to, take notes of something from the comics and, like, there's that still for you. But we don't want to say...
Keep the structure, but...
Yeah. We don't want to say this guy's going to show up and save everybody. So...
Yeah, that's true.
But
It would have been fun, though.
it would have been fun.
Because
Would have been...
Adam Warlock is a very interesting character. There's a lot going on. Future and past and dual personalities and all kinds of...
Soul Stone.
Yeah,
That's
so
like-
he's still got something in his
He
forehead.
has something in his forehead, which is
I
why
mean,
I'm
him
like,
and Vision would be like, hey, that's cool.
where did you get yours? I don't know how he's going to sound. I haven't heard him talk
Yeah.
yet.
Vision actually had the Soul Stone. Adam Warlock
Yeah.
in the comics is the one that had the Soul Stone. It was green.
He had the... Vision had the Mind Stone. In the
Oh, that's
movies,
right, the
yeah.
Mind Stone. That's right.
The Infinity Stones were all different colors. Like,
Yeah.
red was power and so on and so forth.
And there were gems.
Yeah. Until, like, 2010. Then they became stones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In different sizes and all that.
Yeah. But yeah, so with him being connected to the soul realm and like his comic origins and everything, and the soul stone gem, whichever you want to call it right now, and current timeline Gamora. Oh hey,
Thanks for
thank
following.
you for following. Current timeline Gamora.
Yeah.
Who died in the Soul Stone, and we've had this conversation several times of he destroyed, quotations, the Infinity Stones, which that shouldn't be possible. So,
I mean, and we've seen other ones in Loki.
yeah.
So, I mean, it's potentially the soul realm still exists, but the Soul
gate-
Stone was to the gateway, like
Yeah.
the portal to it, right? Because we know the stones exist in other timelines, and
Yeah.
like you said, technically they can't be destroyed; they're like atomized or something.
Yeah.
And there's a big theory going on with that, like the Eternals, and how they're still around and they're still having after effects and stuff like that.
And because it's too. You can't say that these things are the basically leftovers of the universe being formed, something that powerful, and then somebody can like get them all and use them to destroy each other, because that shouldn't work. The energy should transfer into something else.
Right, or that could also be what is destroying the timeline and the multiverse, because that's not possible, because they help create the universe. And you'd think destroying them would destroy the universe.
I mean, and what if Gamora? We didn't get this episode. That was the episode that was cut. Gamora and Tony fought Thanos and got the Infinity Crusher, the little machine, and then like use that to destroy their Infinity Stones.
Oh, you're talking about the what if?
Yeah, and what if?
Yeah, and what if?
And then she tried to use them to destroy the ones from Vision, Ultra Vision.
Yeah.
And it didn't work.
Distinct signatures for every universe.
Yeah. So, but even like in theirs, if they're just saying like these things can be destroyed with a man-made machine,
Yeah.
That's where I start getting like,
suspicious.
all right, fam. I understand keeping, because like the Infinity Gauntlet comic run that was like 2019. It was just 6 issues, one for each stone. The Reality Stone for a neighboring universe was thrown into Universe 616. But when we threw ours into the neighboring universe, it was the size of like a house. And theirs was the size of a pea.
Huh.
Yeah.
Which is why they're all different sizes now, right?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Not to mention, like, I mean, getting into like the science or whatever of the stones, but they're not useful in wherever
Outside of time, for sure.
the TVA is, which is potentially the quantum realm. I don't know where the TVA is. We'll have to wait for Loki 2 to get more info on that. But it is being run by Kang ultimately. So we know from Quantum Mania that's where Kang's realm is. So, I mean, it makes sense that it would be in the quantum realm. So, I mean, that's a whole thing. And there was a whole nother Ant-Man history drop today. Did you watch that?
I didn't watch that one.
Okay, so there's like another little clip that was shown at Comic-Con that was not in the trailer, where it was. So in the Comic-Con trailer, he said, "Oh, you're an Avenger. Have I killed you before?" And he was like, "What?" And he basically was like, in the trailer we saw, he said, "Can I count on you for your help, Ant-Man?" But in this clip, he says, "You're out of your league, Ant-Man."
Because he is.
Yeah.
Because he is.
Yeah. A lot of people think Scott's gonna die in that one. We'll see. Back to Guardians. All this does tie in because MCU, but the High Evolutionary is also the one who's responsible for creating Rocket. Whether Rocket was a different animal that was morphed or changed through DNA into a raccoon-like creature, or created in a test tube, or a baby raccoon. It seems from the trailers that he was just experimented on as a baby raccoon.
Herbert.
Yeah. High Evolutionary, yeah. So Herbert. So it seems like this town or this place that they go to looks like Earth.
It looks like Earth.
But it's also like 1980s Earth because of the cars and the clothes and all this stuff, right? And it looks like they're flying into New York, but it's actually an alternate Earth or something.
Yeah, it's copy and paste, add animals.
Yeah, so the High Evolutionary in the comics is an Earthman.
Yep.
And he was just fascinated with Mr. Sinister.
Yep.
And started kind of like experimenting with DNA, and he made all these different animal type creatures.
Yep.
On
Started with rats.
On Mount Wandagore.
Yep.
Where Wanda and Pietro were born and taken care of. We did get the scene in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Mount Wandagore is real. It is in the MCU's canon. And we got an animal-like creature. We got the Minotaur Man.
Yep.
I can't remember his name.
The Green Minotaur.
Yeah. So, I mean, that could be just like showing an allusion to all that. And we, in WandaVision, we did get the teaser of in the I think first episode where she was shopping in the grocery store for like the Bewitched type opening, and there was like Bova milk in the background. So Bova was the cow-like person that nursed her. So this is apparently just James Gunn's take on these weird-looking animal creatures, because some of them are very Earth-like creatures. And of course, that character that shouted back at Drax, it has to be Sean Gunn, just the voice, and the build. But yeah, it's very interesting to see where they're going to go with all this with the High Evolutionary.
Who I still think they're going to remix into a Celestial.
Possibly, and it's there. Some of the theories out there is that the place where they are going that looks like a giant like flesh thing is really gross looking.
Yeah.
That it's basically just him. He's got like a spinal cord or something of nowhere, one of the dead celestials, and he's farming it for this higher DNA that he's trying to create something with.
Hear me out. This isn't gonna happen. So what if
We'll see.
what if the Guardians 2 and 3 are more connected than like just being the sequel and prequel to each other? What if Ego wasn't actually a Celestial? He was saying it because that's what he was. You couldn't like. He's flying through space on an egg. You can't dispute that. And the High Evolutionary is also in the same boat of like he will say he's this, but he's actually not that. But what if they knew each other? What if they were friends? What if they were alive back when the god?
He could potentially have been working with him to pull the celestial gene
the
out.
celestial that was there. They are the ones that beheaded it. And Ego took what he needed to make himself seem like a true celestial, but just mini. And he's like going through the galaxy, poking everything, trying to make babies, so that he can continue his evolutionary process as well.
Yeah.
While the High Evolutionary
Because
is
his celestial, he came out before Eternals came out, and their celestials are completely different.
yeah. And then the High Evolutionary is taking his spoils of war and doing his evolutionary work in a different way. But he's then going to run into Quill and Mantis and be like, oh, I need your DNA, actually.
I think that's a big part of it, that he's going to want their DNA because of Ego.
Because of Ego. Huh. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so the oh shoot, what was the name of the people that created Aisha created Adam?
The gold folks?
Yeah. In Guardians 2.
I see them, but I cannot.
The
Nope.
clandestine? No, that's not right.
That's Marvel. The gin that they ended up being.
Oh, right. Anyways, so I was wondering if somehow that could tie in, because they're like perfect specimens, right?
Yeah.
If they could also potentially be a race that was created by the High Evolutionary.
All right, hear me out again. So, and this is, and I was actually thinking it, but I was like,
Or maybe just what inspires him to,
yeah,
try to create something like that. I don't know.
The three there were Ego, High Evolutionary, Herbert, and the gold people. Herbert. There were those, and like we'll say the originator, like the founding father, I don't know what you want to call it, of the gold folks. All three of them, they were the ones that killed the Celestial that then became Nowhere. And each one
Yeah, because we haven't gotten that backstory yet.
Nope. Each one took their spoils of war and they went about creating perfection or evolution in their own way. Ego poking everything and then trying to plant his seed to like cover all the stuff. Higher Evolutionary trying to physically change the DNA of what seems like unintelligible creatures, and then the gold people making themselves perfect.
Interesting.
It's too many humanoid creatures in space still.
Yeah, I mean, so another thing we haven't mentioned, by the way, the Guardians now own the head of Nowhere, or Nowhere.
It is their base.
Nowhere wasn't the name of the being. It's just what they call it now. But in the holiday special, it says that they bought it off of the Collector. So the Collector apparently survived. He is also like one of the most powerful beings in the universe as well. So it'd be really difficult to kill him, even though Thanos did have the Infinity Gauntlet, so he could have Reality Stone, all that stuff. Could have dismembered, atomized him. But why would the collector sell nowhere? Because it's very
Unique.
it's a mining colony, and I
Yeah.
mean he makes a lot of money
Yep.
to buy his collections, you know. So maybe after Thanos burned it down and destroyed everything, maybe he just gave up and sold it off cheap or something, maybe. But I mean, in
Well-
the holiday special, Quill is signing papers, like they're running stuff, like
Yeah.
and it's back up and running.
Home base. They got it going.
Yeah.
I think I think the collector was just like dead broke. Thanos broke all his stuff, burned everything down.
Just quit.
So he's
Why
like,
wouldn't he go get his brother, Jeff Goldblum?
I mean, he could be crashing at his brother's. It's like
That'd be hilarious.
they destroyed all my things. I think you just need to calm down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Having their weird space orgies.
It's my birthday.
Why did fireworks come out for the end? That's what I've never understood.
I don't know. Anytime somebody says it's my birthday, that plays in my head. I can't get it out of my head. I want that to post every year for the rest of my life. You know how you like your Facebook page or whatever becomes like in memoriam? I want that to, even after I'm dead, to play every freaking year on my birthday, just to post every year.
Every year.
Make that happen, internet. But so, all right. So okay, Pip the Troll is also connected with Adam Warlock.
Yeah.
And we saw him with
Star Fox.
Star Fox at the end of Eternals.
Yeah.
All this is like loosely connected, and I'm interested to see how it's going to solidify, because now that Phase 4 is over and the building phase, I think, is over, that it's really going to start making sense and all the pieces are going to start connecting. Because there's a lot more pieces now, because we've had a property back to back for the past year at least.
Yeah.
And there's a lot out there. And maybe one day we'll get our ranking in. We were going to do that last week, but things came up.
Oh, yes.
So, there was another character that I was hoping to see in Guardians 3, that is maybe just like a reference at the end, and I cannot think of it.
Beta Ray Bill, Venom, The Thing. I'm just starting to name stuff now.
No.
Actually, all three of them have been Guardians, but
I mean, we could potentially see the setup of another team with, we've got Sylvester Stallone's Guardians, like the OG Guardians,
Yeah.
reference in part 2. But another thing, they're still searching for Gamora.
oh yeah.
They left it open-ended at the end of Endgame if she survived or not, but there was a scene that was recorded that they just or filmed that they
Didn't
cut.
put in the movie.
Yeah, so she kind of went off on her own, and she started at like another version, another Ravagers crew. So she's kind of running the Ravagers right now.
Huh.
And so she's kind of doing her own thing. So she could be, they find her eventually because she's in the trailer. But I'm curious if her and Quill are going to actually get back together. I would like to see it just because I thought they were really nice together. But not everybody gets a happy ending.
I mean, so with this being like the third movie, and they're saying it like it's the end.
Mm-hmm. Where's everybody gonna go? Like,
Where's
not
everybody? Yeah.
everybody's gonna die, right?
Of course, hopefully not.
Maybe, unless they just go out in a blaze of glory and just
that's
have
depressing.
to do one of those things where they
Gosh.
just like, I'm gonna crash the ship to kill the thing, and they're like, everybody get off right now. No, and then they do the whole Guardians thing.
Nah,
and then
I can't
just
deal with that,
go
Dylan.
down with the ship.
Oh. I can't deal with that.
I mean, that'd be very James Gunnish.
Yeah. And then Captain Boomerang's in the back smiling and he blows up.
Captain Boomerang.
So
Wrong universe, Quentin. But according to James Gunn and Kevin Feige, like a crossover. is
Everybody's
possible.
game for amalgamation, I guess.
We might get a DC Marvel crossover movie. I mean, Secret Wars. We already know that Superman and Batman and pop culture all exist in the Marvel universe. We've had multiple references of Batman and Superman.
Yeah. Like real talk, Dylan. I think I would have to get up and like walk out the movie theater.
I
if
mean,
I'm sitting there watching Secret Wars.
Secret Wars. Let's say like one of the portals in the background is Batman or something, or at the very end we get a clip, we get a after credit scene. Henry Cavill.
He just walks in like, we need to talk again.
exactly. Or The Rock, of course, because The Rock. It's the Rockiverse now.
It's the Rockiverse. It would be. Oh no, this would be worse, but better, but worse.
Black Adam versus Sentry.
No, that would be cool. I'd pay money. I mean, I'm going to.
There are rumors that they're looking for a Superman-esque character
for Sentry or Hyperion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For I think it might be for Endgame.
Okay.
Or not Endgame. Secret Wars. Anyways,
that's fine. So if like, say you have Kang up there, it's the end of. Oh wait, no, wait. All right, here we go. All right. Kang Dynasty. It's the end. We think they finished off all the Kangs.
They're doing an Infinity. I knew they were gonna freaking do this. They're pulling an Infinity War Endgame thing, and they spread them out a year instead of coming out back to back,
which would have been really cool.
I mean, could you imagine like? This month we go see this one, and then next month, like the excitement would be insane. It would be palpable.
Kang trying to crawl away. He has his device. He opens up a portal. He looks at it. He like looks at it again. He just says, "Oh," and then an Omega beam comes through and vaporizes him.
Damn. Okay. That would be great.
Yep.
Ooh, and then the entire Marvel universe versus Darkseid.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Except that wouldn't happen because people would be like, "Oh, didn't we see this with Thanos?" Technically, you did without Omega beams.
Oh, and he ain't gotta walk through. He can just like you just see him like still energy coming off his eyes. Mm-hmm. Not my universe. And then the portal closes.
Yeah, the shadow, the silhouette with the eyes smoking.
Yep. That'd be dope.
That'd be amazing. Yeah.
So yeah.
Gimme.
Give it here so I can scream in the movie theaters, please.
Yes.
Yeah. Guardians. So I'm hoping not everybody dies. I'm hoping like the Guardians can disband but then reband, and then like whatever members are left surviving, if those actors still want to come back, they can come back and be like mentor-ish, because that's kind of where everything was kind of heading.
Yeah, because I mean there are I mean we could still see Quill, because Quill has led several different teams, right?
Yeah.
We've seen Cosmo lead a team, I think, right?
Yeah. So.
I mean, I'm not sure about Cosmo. I'm not. So if you saw the holiday special, like, is Cosmo a they, or is like, did they gender swap, or are they just doing like a whole BMO thing? Because BMO is basically the voice. And it's not actually BMO from Adventure Time.
It should be a very scrolly Russian man, but it's not.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, this is fine. Are you a boy dog, though?
Like, I bet Rocket created the thing.
He felt like,
even though him and Rocket are like, they get at each other,
They do. I want some of those tasty treats you have there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm glad Cosmo has their powers.
So, yeah. Cosmo's probably... Wait, wasn't Cosmo...
In the comics, Cosmo's a boy.
Yeah, but wasn't Cosmo in like Guardians 1 and like one of the scenes in the background?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cosmo was in the collector's collection
Okay, that's right. Yes.
and got out with Howard the Duck.
Yeah. Howard's out there. Howard!
Howard the Duck.
He is out there somewhere.
Technically, the first Marvel property, MCU property. Maybe.
Howard's out there somewhere. So yeah. But yeah, I don't know what else there is.
Oh man, shoot. I'm frustrated because I can't think of the thing that I wanted to say, and I did not write it down.
Is it an
like
alien?
an idiot. There was another character that was heavily tied in to Guardians in that story.
Does it start with an M?
Magus?
Yes.
No, I don't think it was. It was. Oh, shoot. I'll figure it out later.
Squadron?
No.
Supreme?
We're just. This is what we do live, folks. We just sit here.
Bucky's arm?
We're not edited for time's sake. It's not like those snappy 5-10 minute videos you watch on YouTube.
Yeah, those guys.
It's a video podcast. We're just.
Bucky's arm. Bucky.
Yeah, where did Mantis or not Mantis? Nebula get Bucky's arm, or did she just make it? Bum, bum, bum.
She stole it. She straight up went down and was like, "Give me the armor, I'll take it." No.
She just pulls a AO. Just falls off.
He's like, "I'm not giving you my arm. You want to give it to that freaking raccoon?" He's like, "He's not a raccoon." Then what is he? He's like, "No, you're just gonna give me the arm." And then Sam walks in. She's out of line, but she's right.
Oh, Sam! Like, I want to see. Like, there are so many characters that I don't know. I want to see all these new characters, but I also don't want to be missing folks like Sam. Like, I haven't seen Sam in so long.
So
like,
long, yeah.
Like Cap 4. Like, where you at, man? Like, that movie is looking like epic, though. Freaking epic.
It's looking good.
Oh man, I can't wait for that.
Captain America movies are always really good.
They are. Yeah, the Russo brothers got a hold of them, and they just kind of like
we got this. Adjust glasses.
Yeah, but I mean, there's plenty of talented people out there that can take over and stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, originally the Russos were going to come back for Secret Wars, but I think the whole debacle with Scarlett Johansson, they backed out because they were in talks, and they were like, they cut talks, and everybody's like, whoa, what? You were in talks for what? And then Secret Wars, we found out like several months later that you know,
Secret Wars.
it was on the docket.
Oh well.
Yeah.
So
I hate it like when I'm preparing and I've got like all these questions and I'm like trying to like do multitask and get all this stuff ready and write and have these questions in the back of my mind, and then we go live and I just go blank. I'm just like, hi. That's why my intros are like that all the freaking time. Like, yeah, like when I was doing theater, like, because when you do theater, like you practice for months, like sometimes every day.
yeah.
And I would still walk up like the moment before I go on stage, just like whoop, and I'm just like, and it's like I can't just not go out there.
What happens?
Anyways, yeah, we'll go ahead and end this as we wrap it up.
Okay. What? How do you hope Guardians ends? Let's end it on that.
Okay. I would like to see. I don't want everybody to die. Even though there are, like, I would love to see a Nebula spinoff.
Uh-huh.
Like, give Nebula her own show, and let her just conquer around the galaxy and screw shit up and get into trouble. Rocket and Groot, I would love to see them do a spinoff with their own show or something. Of course, we're probably going to see Rocket die. I don't want to see Quill. I just don't want to see everybody die. I don't want to see everybody die. I know some people are going to die and it's going to be sad and all these things, but I don't know where they're going to go with this afterwards because, I mean, so the news with Chris Hemsworth, like he's basically only doing one more Thor movie because of this, you know.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah, he's got like a high potential, high risk to get it. And that he found out. So he's not going to be doing Thor forever, even though, like, how do you have the MCU without Thor? I mean, I guess the same way we have it without Iron Man and Captain America or Steve Rogers.
I mean, it's a comic book universe. You can bring someone back to life.
Multiverse.
Yeah.
You know.
The mighty Thor. She can come back.
Yeah.
So.
Suck it, haters.
I mean, I didn't mind. There are some.
I would like to see Thor. I would like to see more adventures of Thor with the Guardians, like that interim time.
That would would have been fun. And honestly, like, I kind of want to see. There are like certain characters in the MCU I want to like see certain other directors get a hold of and see what would happen. Like if the director for Eternals had the mighty Thor, what would she do with her?
It would be a lot more grounded, that's for sure.
If James Gunn had a hold of Captain America, what would happen? There you go.
That would be nuts.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I mean, James Gunn can do serious stuff, but he thrives in the quirky sphere.
He does. So,
I mean, I think instead of Cap drawing the monkey, that monkey would have been live action. We would have seen like all like Cap's dog and all that. Like it would have been. Yeah, it would have. We would have got all those quirky characters from the weird comics. But I think it went the right way.
Yeah. All the things with all the characters. That's kind of what I would like to see in the next few phases. More mixing again. And that's fine if we don't get it. All exist.
Let some let big people, big name directors and creators, or not just big ones, but I mean up and comers too, of course. But I would love to see Jordan Peele do a Marvel movie, just like a one-off, just like what he could do with it. I know he's not interested in that because he wants to do his own thing because he's been offered several things. He was offered Akira.
He said no.
Blade. He was offered Blade.
He was offered Blade.
Of course, he turned it down because.
Yeah. He could do Luke Cage. If they wanted to be interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's so many things. The way I would like to see Guardians end is someone has to die. I know. I don't want no one to die. Yeah. That's fine.
We definitely have to kick it off in a new direction or leave something open.
I would like for them to do the thing where they confirm the thing that I think is still a thing until someone tells me otherwise. That the Infinity Stones, the energy is in other artifacts, people, or whatever else, and confirm that like Adam is now the Soul Stone.
Or maybe Adam has the ability to de-atomize them.
De-atomize them. And then
I mean that would be an interesting threat because I mean I know we're dealing with Kang right now, but and Kang is.
So is it a threat or is it possibly one of their solutions? Because hear me out. Secret Wars.
Oh, we just do the same thing with Kang instead of Thanos.
Yes. And then they try to get everybody together, like those 6 who are the new Infinity Stones, to stop Kang. He's like, ha 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 ha, War World, and then
I mean, so if along the same lines, if Adam Warlock could de-atomize and just like bring the stones back into existence and wear the gauntlet again, which it probably wouldn't do because we've done that before. It's like, why are people so scared to do what we've done before? Like, who cares? Infinity Blade. Oh. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand when people say, oh, we don't, like, okay, yeah, we don't want to do the same thing again. I get that. But, like, people are, like, almost, like, afraid to, like, I just don't want to reinvent myself. I don't want to do the same thing. I want to do new things. And it's like, it's a glove. It's a shiny glove. Who cares? Just do it. Use it in a new way.
Yeah.
I mean, reinvent it. I mean, come on. Anyways, so like if he could reatomize the stones and maybe they look different or whatever, and just, you know, has a different gauntlet because the other one was destroyed, right? He's got one that's more his version of it. And then you could do the whole Infinity Watch or whatever. But in order to do that, he decides, of course, you know, that at the end, he's like, you know, you see him like atomize the stones, right? And they're back. Because they were always there. They're just, you know, inaccessible.
Tiny, yes.
But from that point, he does just like the comics, and he decides that, okay, this is too much. And one or two ways. Either, you know, he does like, you know, I have to be an impartial judge, and he splits his personalities again. And he's got all good and all evil, right?
Yeah.
Different version of Magus. Or it corrupts him absolutely, and he becomes Magus. And that's
how we get that.
Yeah. And then everybody's got to team up with Kang to take Magus down.
Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, I see it. Dang. Oof. Well, here we go.
I mean, gotta have something to do after Kang.
Gotta have something to do after Kang. I just hope they don't do the thing that's existing in the back of my head. And if I say it out loud, I hope
I want to hear it.
True.
I want to hear it.
Dylan,
just put it out in the universe, Quinn.
It's gonna make you mad. It's gonna make you upset.
But it's not boring.
It's in the same thread of like these folks are these stones. So you meet a man named James, and he has claws that come out of his fist, and he doesn't age anymore because he is the time stone.
Interesting. Okay. And New Gamora could be one of them.
Gamora could be one of them.
Because she's pulled across, and when she was pulled, maybe the merging or something.
The two, yeah. Both cannot exist, but one doesn't exist, so now both do exist. One exists in the Soul Stone, one exists in reality. So old Lady Gamora is just chilling in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Wanda being one. Mind Stone.
I think that's who I wanted to see. I think it was Wanda. I wanted to see Wanda show up.
Oh.
And find the High Evolutionary, because tied in,
Yeah.
you know,
I got you.
ish. And just kind of confirmation that she's alive.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Loki the Space Stone.
I really want to see where Loki season 2 is going to go.
Oh snap. What if they... What if also the folks who are the Infinity Stones are Nexus beings?
Interesting. And then you've got like a whole Nexus team.
Because you have Man-Thing.
Yeah.
And they have to get them to Man-Thing to go to the gateway so that they can find a way to put Kang out of commission for good. But Kang's like, damn, I see this. And they lose.
Because we've got to have a false win.
Yep.
And then a big failure.
Yep.
Anyways,
All right.
yeah, we could ramble about this for a long time. So we're just going to end it and burn it all down. So here we go. All right. So unless you've got anything else, we're gonna go ahead and end it.
Well, I have nothing else. Excited for Mario, excited for Transformers, excited for Indiana Jones, excited for Guardians. All of those are next year.
Yowza. And only one of them's a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Also, James Mangold, the same one that directed Logan, is directing Indy 5.
Oh, okay.
So
It's going to be sad.
nice send off.
Ouch. Well, so ready to see what for Star Wars has next.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Ooh, the Acolyte
The Acolyte. It's gonna be good.
from the Sith point of view.
Yeah. I'm ready to go to the High Republic. I really am. Like I've been wanting it for a while. I didn't know where the Acolyte was gonna fall on the timeline, but the fact it's here, gravy. And the one thing I want more than anything, show me a crystal being bleeded so that it turns red. And cause I don't want to go into a thing, but I'll say it very quickly. When you a crystal doesn't want to be bled because it's, source of good, all that good jazz. And when you try to bleed a crystal, it usually is like, you can stop right now. Here's a vision will happen if you do. Vader, when he took a crystal from a Jedi Master. It was his final trial, becoming a true Sith. He was bleeding the crystal, and like the crystal, he like blacked out. And when he awoke, he like grabbed it, put the Jedi's lightsaber back together. He went to Coruscant, fought Palpatine in his throne room, killed him. Then he went and found Obi-Wan and like took off his helmet and apologized. And then he snapped out of the illusion and choked out that crystal.
Damn.
Yes.
Like, I want to see that scene.
So, yeah.
I mean, maybe Obi-Wan season 2. Anyways, yes. Sorry, we went really long because it's been a while and we got a lot to talk about and a lot of chaotic energy going on. Yeah. So thank you guys for joining us. Hope that you will join us live. With the holidays coming, hopefully we'll be able to go every Thursday night, at least 9:30 Central Standard Time. And please like, subscribe, and hit the little bell icon so you know when we make new videos, when we go live, and all that fun stuff. And we will see you next time. Don't forget to check out that website, www.broken.pictures.com. And I'm Dylan. What?
I'm Quinn. Goodbye.
Okay. You catch me off guard. All right. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.